Well, I wanted to start off, Jim, by asking you about your role because you're actually in a lot of scenes by yourself. And it made me curious if this was more challenging, or I mean, maybe it made things easier, but I mean, you didn't have anyone else to really play off of. A lot of your scenes were reactions to these strong emotions. So, what was that like?
Well, it was it was presented a challenge in itself because you didn't want to play the same note through the entire movie when you were because my character's often sitting in a car. Um, so that was a challenge, and I was very mindful that I wanted to have an arc or he was evolving in his emotional state. So that was something kind of keeping track of uh, during the shooting, because we'd be like, all right, now this is the moment when you're doing this. This is the moment where you're looking there. This is the moment where, and I'm just sitting there. So it was, but I think Mukunda and I were always talking about building an arc or a journey for Peter along the way. But so like acting without a partner in the scene, or like even the DJ, I don't think we had the DJ. Maybe we did, I don't know, it's all a blur, but it was kind of tracking the emotional state of Peter through the entire thing, and trying to find Peter in me, because I think I personally, things that happened to Peter would have broke me a long time ago. Like I would have drove away, you know what I mean, many times. So it was interesting finding, because you want to keep it grounded and you want to have the audience as baffled as I think they get with Peter's behavior.
Yes, I mean, Peter was absolutely going through it, and I felt for him absolutely. And then we have Dre, your character. I was wondering if you were given any more of her backstory before the role, because we don't learn too much about her. But was there more information that you were given that kind of helped you get into character?
Yeah, there were some things in the script too that actually didn't make it that I was really happy about. We didn't even have to shoot it. Like he wanted her dancing in front of the bar, and like in this very, so where you see that there's this pathetic sort of, she's just hanging on to trying to get people's attention and to her youth and being tipsy and all this sort of stuff. And I was so grateful that we didn't have to shoot those things, because I really didn't feel like dancing by myself in front of the bar. Jim's job is my dream job. Sitting in a car all day by myself is like, I can't think of a better way to make a living. But to dance in front of the bar, in front of a whole camera crew, no. But I gave myself the backstory that there's, she just probably was very broken. And I think that Peter put her back together again and took really good care of her. And she might have had a lot of emotional problems, maybe drug problems, or just a terrible childhood. And it's her safe place. And now she's sort of stepping out on a limb and trying to feel again, like just to feel anything, whether it's not feeling safe or doing something wrong, or, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, did you guys work together to flesh this relationship out at all? Because you didn't have too many scenes together on screen, but obviously that relationship is still there, it's still present.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because people have asked that, and some of it, I mean, I always describe it as, I've always, whenever I've seen Dre in something, there's this authenticity and this she kind of pops, right? And so there's a complexity there that is so immediate that unlike other actors, I think that if I was paired up with someone, I would have had to maybe create a backstory. But with Dre, it's like, oh yeah, all right, like how Dre just described that, like there was this, this relationship was created. It was almost kind of like non-verbally, we knew how this relationship would have formed in a backstory. And some of that, I think, is a compliment to how authentic Dre is in all our performances. And also the fact that we're both kind of New York Italians. And no, I'm not at all. But no, I just think that anyone would see Dre and see me and they would say, this guy's out of the, like, even when they first started dating, I think people would be like, this sucker is in for trouble. And, you know what I mean? And so, but that's also judging on perception. So I don't know Dre very well, but like some of it is you see Dre in things. And, look, I played football in college, but people always see me as a victim. You know what I mean? And Dre's this dynamic mother of children, but people see her as this complex. I mean, granted, she is sitting right now in the room of a vampire, but like there's, and if you're in this business for any length of time, you understand that you kind of, you get placed in things based on how you come across. And it might be true to who you are, but it's also one of those things where, look, I'm a white bread guy, I wish that I wasn't, but it would be too much surgery, right?
You know why they thought it was believable to put us together? Because he's a musician in the movie, and everyone knows that I only go for musicians.
Yes, he has the violin. Yes.
I love how you're like, I guess that's a musician. I'm a classically trained violinist, and I met with a coach.
Oh, thank you guys. I actually have to wrap up.
I'm not ending the interview. You're continuing on and hearing me talk about my violin.
Bust it out.
I have it right here.